Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Village Group Chat. I am one half of your host, Selikka Wood.
And I'm Mike Rogers. Excited to be here.
We're so happy to be here. Welcome back. After, you guys who listen to us all the time, Pastor Mike wasn't here for the last episode. He played hooky. But
hold on. Let's just be clear. Selikka told me the wrong time to record, and so when I looked to see up, and I saw Pastor Sean on here, I was like, "My goodness, man! Like that's how she just ditched me."
That is so funny. I did not. But what'd you think about the episode, though?
Phenomenal. I love it when you guys are able to connect, but even just the value and voice. Pastor Sean has such a professional voice. He's just, just.
What about my voice?
Let's keep going. Okay, hey, provide hope.
All right, let them know why we're here.
Genuinely, I mean, I'm grateful for the team that we have at Zion Church, and even how the visions can still continue with other things that are going on.
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was good just to hear somebody else's perspective on the series. So
Yeah, most definitely. So we're glad you have decided to join us.
Yep.
Our goal is to provide hope, encouragement, and practical tips as we navigate our family's journey.
Yep.
Whether this is your first time joining us or you are regular members or attenders, we're grateful to have you here.
You called out people, members or
I'm talking
attenders.
About members of Zion Church, viewers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You see what I got to deal with?
I'll let you get away with that one. But yeah, look, if you want to connect with us, you can hit us up on IG at the Village Group Chat or on my personal IG, no_ordinary_mom.
Yep, and I keep it simple. I'm not all that. Mike J. Rogers 1. That's Mike J. Rogers 1 on Instagram.
Yep.
And, even our YouTube listeners, Spotify, if you guys want to check us in.
Yeah, you can listen to this podcast. I mean, obviously you not automatically. Hopefully you're watching us on YouTube because that's where we like to get, push people towards. But we're available. You can hear this podcast on anywhere you get your podcasts. Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud.
Yeah, just stick to the script.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Let's go. Like PB said during this.
Oh yeah, when he started hitting that little move.
Yes, let's go. But before we do that, I wanted to do a little icebreaker, get to know you. What's one thing that you love about yourself?
Wow. What is one thing that I love about myself?
Just one thing, because we know you could get a little conceited.
I always try to take ownership over my decisions, my thoughts. So really that theme of responsibility, taking psychological ownership over things that I say I'm going to do. And I don't know necessarily where that originated from, but even in moments or times where I tried to say I forgot about something, more than likely I didn't. If I committed to do it, I will try my best to follow through with it. So that's an aspect of my personality that I do love and continue to try to build on that strength.
Yeah. I think that describes you. You're very serious when you have a responsibility. You're very playful any other time, but when it's about work, it's about work. You ain't playing with nobody. One of the things I love about myself is my integrity. I am a very trustworthy person, and I show up as myself in all spaces. And I'm it's kind of like a pet peeve of mine when you have people always trying to finagle situations or manipulate situations. Even when I come in contact with those kind of people, I tend to it just grinds my gears because I hate that characteristic in people when they try to manipulate things. So I value the fact that I am a person of integrity.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love even just that aspect of things. I believe it's important too. And I would even love to throw that question out to you. What is something that you love about yourself? There are definitely different areas that we can grow and improve on, but I believe embracing who we are and what we bring to the table does value for your self-worth and also your confidence. So, yeah, it's critical. It's critical.
All right, let's hop into this episode.
All right, yeah. So Pastor Battle was away a few weeks for the past few weeks, but last Sunday, he came back and like me literally just like dropped the mic.
For real.
In such a way that added value, I know, to our lives, but also prayerfully our listeners too. And he had continued or picked up with the series. What is vision, making it plain?
Yeah,
it is
written.
Vision, it is written. All those different dynamics that really has brought value to I know my life in general. So with this part 4, he kind of explored like this 6 different things or vision hints, or clues to help you discover your vision or align with it. And in some of the areas that he highlighted, the alliteration with all the E's, and
right.
That was so cool what he was able to do. But he explored the different areas of experience, ease. Now, again, we'll come back and unpack these things, but first one was experience, ease, effective, energy, excitement, excellence.
Yep.
Experience, ease, effective, energy, excitement, excellence. So when talking about experience, just diving a little bit more deeper into that, what is it? What is that deep or dark thing that God has drawn you out of?
I thought before we like really hop in, I think that this was good because at some point of all of our lives, even if you haven't faced it, come to that part of your life yet, everybody wonders at some point what your purpose is. And then how do you find your purpose? Is it because of what somebody else tells you may be good at? Is it like through his message on Sunday, he made me realize that it was like, it's exploration. It's so many different things that you need to take a look
trial
at.
And error.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it was also this guy, Bill Hybels, had called it like your holy discontent. What is something that may frustrate you? And even if you don't, if you haven't addressed it initially, it's some things that is causing a level of frustration, anxiety, unrest, but all of those different factors. So when it comes to that,
but it lets you know that it's not the end all. You know what I mean? Like that's just identifying it isn't the end all. So that brings us to what he talked about today.
Yeah. So go ahead, dive a little bit more into detail about your
experience. What is that deep, dark thing that God has drawn out of you? I don't know. I know that my purpose has been connected to families, and I think it looks different in different phases of my life. So I feel most comfortable and energized. We'll get to that. Effective when I'm working in that space with people, even just random conversations I might have with somebody. I had a conversation with somebody 2 Saturdays ago, and it was just a normal, I wasn't even trying to go deep, but somehow I ended up talking about families and then parenting and then children and discipline. And we started talking about all these things, and it's like I wasn't even trying. It was just like my journey, my motherhood journey, professional journey it like always leads back to that. So
man, there's so many deep, dark things that God has drawn me out of. I'm appreciative, but it's something that popped up in my mind that literally my journey just with education. Like I started attending school in 2001, and by the grace of God, I was able to graduate college in 2010. And so that in and of itself was a journey. There were definitely moments where I made mistakes. There was interactions with people that I am forever grateful for, but I mean, it was expensive. I'm praying that Joe Biden gets this gets his loan forgiveness through, but just even my approach, certain disciplines that I was lacking earlier on, I was able to develop down the road, and that was also the power of community and relationships.
But you notice that even if even in the spaces that you've worked, it's shown up. Like you were teaching kids for the longest time about, about God, their relation. You're always, now that I think about it, you're always educating whenever you're talking to anybody, whether it be about money, it'll be about discipleship. It's about responsibility. Like, I do notice those things.
Yeah. So let's hit pause on that real quick, because I want to make sure that we because this is that's the first time.
Why can't you ever be serious? We're having a serious conversation, but but that was education for you, and something that was a difficult journey for you, but it still shows up all the time.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. And I'm gonna record this whenever you say something. Let's move on to the next one. So he talked about experience first. He also said ease.
Yep.
What is it that you do with relative ease? It's something simple. Because for sometimes we take that for granted.
Yes.
For some, it's difficult for individuals to have conversations or to organize or structure. But for you, what is it about your life that you're able to do with ease?
I don't know. I don't know. You answer first. Give me some time to think about it.
Okay. One of the things that I feel now, it's easier now, but I've had to put work into it. But communication, like I love great communication. I tried to be a student of phenomenal communicators. And Pastor Battle always references, and I believe he even did this, like comedians and stuff like that. Now I'm not always big into comedies, but I love hearing like podcasts where people are talking, and even like authors who've written books, they do audibles. I love hearing and just picking apart like the foundation of communication. And so I'm hoping, I've seen myself develop and grow in that area, but you always got to take in consideration the audience that you're targeting. Who are you talking to? Who are you connecting with? And as a factor based on what skill or what level of communication you will utilize.
Yeah. I feel like I've grown to be more patient. So patience comes with is easy to me now. It wasn't always, and I think I've said this before in this podcast. That's not like my natural disposition. It's something that I've been working at for 20 years of just being a more patient person and an understanding person. I've seen that show up in parenting for me.
Wow.
And just dealing with just family issues, period.
Yeah. And I will say, you celebrated me. I do celebrate your patience too, because when we're in the office together, I literally try to do things and get on your last nerves.
Yep, and it don't work.
I was the youngest boy out of a family of 6, so I know what that's like. I literally be trying my hardest, like coming up with different jokes or just making annoying sounds. And so you're just able to get your work done.
Yep, I ignore him, and he'll say, "Did you hear me? Did you hear what I keep on saying? Am I getting on your nerves?" Nope. I got 3 kids at home and a very energetic husband. No, you are not getting on my nerves.
That's funny. All right, jumping down to something else that he focused on or highlight. What are we effective at? Where do I get results?
Yeah. I get results in my everyday life. I feel like, I feel, I don't want to keep on saying like, family, like that's something that comes with ease for me. And now, again, because I've been working on it. So effectiveness, I feel most effective when I'm able to share my journey with others, specifically moms, and share my journey with them. That makes me, I've had like multiple people tell me just by me doing that, it's giving them a different perspective and allowed them to parent differently, or their interactions with their children or their family or their parents have been different because of me offering the perspective of my journey.
Yeah. Something that you highlighted, and I think that's important, especially when it comes to how effective you are at a particular role, is looking or relying on the input for others. Because like hands down, you are the family advocate. Even before we had launched the family ministry at Zion Church, like I was always trying to find ways that we could partner together to to like turn a spotlight on certain areas that may be overlooked or go unseen. And so like hands down, like family advocacy, you're it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. What about you?
Yeah, effective. I like to say I'm able to get results from organization.
Yeah.
Like I try my best to study those things. And like I've found that being able to structure, write it out, map it out,
yeah,
that has helped with me being effective in structuring and organizing, not just my work life, but my personal life. Even the little things that we're doing with our children on a regular basis, like Saturday mornings, we're going to be cleaning up their bathroom. Now I've shown them the first few times, and I'll come back in and check, but before you get to any games or TV, and let's make sure that we're organizing, we're cleaning up.
So. Yeah, it's good. Energy, you have, either Pastor Battle said, energy is the next clue. You have an enormous amount of energy for ...
Yeah, I even looking back on some of the things I've been able to accomplish in my almost 40 years here on this earth, like when it comes to this concept of energy, like you thrive and are energized when you're coming into an environment, and even at certain moments, especially dealing with children and family, when I was thriving off of that energy, off that experience, off that exposure, I was excited about waking up like at 3 a.m. in the morning and preparing, working all this stuff outside of my normal job. That is a clue that I don't believe we should overlook.
Yeah.
Like paying attention that, man, I'm energized. It's not draining, because there are different environments that drain the mess out of us.
Anything logistics, like that type of work, like meetings, and I just like, I tune out after a certain amount of time. So there's definitely things that will drain you, but sometimes they're necessary. It's the saying that people say, you'll never work a day in your life if you're doing something you love. Like I feel like that's what energy is. I feel the most energy like professionally when I feel like it's not just professional, and I think about it, if I feel like I'm exposing something to a group of people that they did, like information that they didn't already know, or maybe they've been yearning for, didn't know where to start. Like when we had the legacy estate planning workshop this past weekend, like although that took so much this past weekend, although that took so much work and planning, like I really wasn't like exhausted from it, like going through all of the content and promoting it and just seeing people register and be so excited about it, like that energized me. So
even receiving the feedback forms, like I mean you were in a different, things were just coming and clicking and so smooth. But I do believe it's important for you to pay attention to that, like what genuinely energizes you, but then also tying this another E that he had given, what genuinely excites you. Like where you're waking up and you're excited to go to work, or even if you're not working in the field that excites you, because everybody got work, you know, you got to bring in income, legally bring in income, but trying to discover what it is that excites you. What can you do with ease, and it's something that you wake up excited about.
Do you wake up excited about anything in particular? Like, I mean, not every single day, but
I do, like genuinely coming to work. I've had other opportunities to go working outside of the church field, but I'm genuinely excited. It doesn't mean that things are going to be difficult. But I genuinely enjoy what I do.
I agree. I genuinely enjoy the impact that the family ministry is making within our Zion community, and I truly believe it's going to be outside of Zion as well. Like that excites me.
Yeah, most definitely. And what's crazy is too we got more things coming down the pipe. You
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
So at some point we'll be revealing.
Yeah,
those
but it's
things,
not just
I'm
about
excited.
events. It's about like lives are really being changed by this podcast. How many
Most
times
definitely.
have people come up to us and be like, "Oh yeah," she was like,
Most
I
definitely.
seen y'all on YouTube," or you know, we always get encouragement around. We don't think like this right here was a passion project. This wasn't even part of our like job, our role description to do a podcast. And the fact that now we're actually like this falls under our department.
Like our job title was like
we
initially
were just doing
because it was extreme. Like we came out and did extreme, and when it came to anybody that we could partner with, when we were initially trying to launch that thing, I was like, man, I can't do what anybody else.
Yes, I remember that day. I remember that day. So yeah, I get excited about the work that we're doing. Like we're really gonna make a difference. We are making a difference for the kingdom.
Yeah, most definitely. And the final E that he had introduced, excellence. How great you are at this particular area. And on a bad day, you're an 8. You know, for some individuals, it takes any and everything for them to put energy, time, effort, sacrifice, and they at most is 7. You know.
Yeah.
But what is your highest and best use?
Yeah, I think that's definitely important to consider when you're thinking about your purpose or your vision and what you're going to add. You know, what can you add the most value to and operate in excellence, not just do definitely. It just to check it off. Like what do you have in you that God wants you to share with the world?
Yeah, most definitely. And the truth is that, you know, God has empowered all of us. There's something in us that he wants to draw out, and he's equipped us with. Now, again, it may not be at the end. There has to be training and investment putting into those strengths and those gifts and those natural talents or abilities. But I love just that journey as a whole, like realizing that, man, God, the creator of all of these different things, saw enough of me to impart vision in, purpose, all those factors.
Man, and at the end of his message, when he started talking about the story with Moses, and he was saying like how Moses was given, he had given him this vision, and Moses was coming up with every excuse he could to not do it. I have been there.
Oh yeah, me too.
I have been there where somebody like, I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'd be like, get somebody else to do it. Like anybody but me. And it's just like, who am I to do that? For me to, like, if God is giving me something, for me to be like, no, find anybody else but me to do it, because of my fear. Yeah. Like you have it when Pastor Battle was talking about that, I was just like, oh my gosh, I felt so convicted. Yeah. Because I recently got invited to do something on like, you know, a public stage.
Go ahead and share.
No.
What's it, man?
And my initial thought was, I mean, you know, they said, I think you'll be great for this, and my initial thought was like, I don't know if this is my space. Like, I'm real like weird about people imposing their like thoughts and like, you know, I think it's genuine with some people, like, yeah, this will be a great opportunity, but I always try to like really see how I feel about it. Like, I don't want to just do something because you think it would be a good idea for me. And so my initial thought was just like, I don't know if I could. I'm checking my calendar, I think I might be busy that day.
Something just popped up.
Yeah, I did it for 2 days. I like pondered on it for 2 days, and then I was just like, what are you doing? Like, if you don't go and do, you know, this aligns with everything that you want to do and what you're passionate about. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's so. Even with you just bringing up that experience, sometimes you gotta do it scared.
Yep. You know? And not be worried about being perfect.
Yep. And that oftentimes, that desire for perfection oftentimes stops us from just moving forward.
Yep.
Now, again, I'm when it comes to risk tolerance or risk taking, I am medium to low. You know, I don't want to I don't want to do too many things out there that's going to cause such a drastic impact on myself or my family. But, you know, I'm a moderate risk taker.
Yeah.
But there are some times where, you know, where you clearly hear God, and then also being able to take that information, what you've heard God share, and with people that you trust, who you share something with, and you know you ain't gonna see that thing on Instagram, but genuinely getting just wise counsel, and then sometimes you just got to bust the move.
Yes. And not only that, don't be, and I think I've said this probably on every podcast that we've done about it is written, not just not being afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to write down like your biggest dream.
Most definitely.
Whatever it is, like God already knows anyway. Like, but fear will have us not even want to write it down because it's too much.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he about to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how crazy it sound, how big it sound, like write it down and watch God work and do the work.
Yeah. This is definitely a good episode, a good companion to Pastor Battle's message. If there's one thing that I remembered him saying towards the end of his message, and something that resonates with me and continues to resonate with me as we were preparing or even as I was thinking about it, watching it again, it's time.
Just go.
It's time.
Let's go.
It's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah. Well, I already shared my takeaway with that Moses story. Like, it take you out of it. Like, God has you in mind when he gives you these visions, gives us, me, you, these opportunities. Like, don't let fear be so paralyzing that you are like not living out the vision that he's giving you because you're scared.
Yeah. Now, it's important to figure out why I am responding in that way. But shoot, looking at our listeners, it's time.
It's time. Let's go.
It's time.
Let's go. And so I'm talking to myself right now. Yeah.
I'm talking to myself with some of the things that I've been scripting and writing, but also I'm talking to us.
Yeah.
It's time. Get some people in your corner who can give you the encouragement, the motivation that you need, because it's not going to be easy, but it's time.
Or comfortable.
Not going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
It's time.
But just because it's uncomfortable don't mean it can't get done or don't need to get done. God gave it to you, us, for a reason. So we have a responsibility to carry that thing through, see it all the way through. Yeah,
and shoot, I'm even excited about what Pastor Battle shared at the end, how he's coming back with another what is it?
Part to the series.
Another part to the series, man. So I'm taking notes, all those different things.
Yes. So this has been a great episode. And I'm excited about what the family ministry is doing. I'm excited about what we're doing in Zion Church. I'm excited about this series because this is changing lives. Like within the church, like people are having real conversations about this. And I think their lives are going to be changed because of this series alone.
Yeah. How can they connect with us?
They can connect with us. You can email us at villagegroupchat@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on IG, the Village Group Chat. And my Instagram is no_ordinary_mom.
Yep. And my Instagram is Mike J. Rogers 1. Don't forget that D. RODG. See, I ain't said it in a long time, so I felt like that.
Yeah, there you go. We'll see you guys next time.
Y'all take care.
Listening. Bye.